Here now to get us started is Logan Cook. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
What's going on?
And they will not get a chance to
Same
return
to you,
this
Doc.
one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go again with Sanders, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
I give you that one. That was nice.
I give you that. Of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt.
It won't happen again, no, but I give you
how
that.
That one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. He completes it to Jones. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. They just pick up a nice 1st down there. Maybe it's time.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 44. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third and short, going with their tight end. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for first and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. On second down, a run with Etienne. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Etienne up the middle. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Jaguars post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Doug Peterson says, let's go for two here. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense.
I'm still here. I ain't going nowhere.
They'll be searching to dent the scoreboard for the first time. Now down 8-0 as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Here's Hurts to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat with a 1st down.
All right, we can do that. There ain't no problem.
Throwing is Hurts. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted.
Do that.
Picked up by Foyesade Aluakin. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
All right.
When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
They go play action with Lawrence. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught.
That should have been fucking... That was supposed to have been picked. That was supposed to have been picked.
The Jags are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football.
Got you.
Play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where it things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, go. If I touch it, then you